Welcome and thanks for logging on to WYCC.org for the In the Loop, the after show. Our guest, entrepreneur Raymond Lambert, Executive Director of the Chicago Cultural Alliance, Rebeccah Sanders, and entrepreneur and New York Times small business blogger, Jay Goltz. Welcome to everybody. Michelle Obama was in town this week, went to Harper High School where an amazing story, more than almost 30 children have been shot over the last year, students from that school, and 8 died. Rebeccah, does a visit like this from the First Lady make a difference?
I think it does. I think Chicago has become this symbol for violence across the United States, and we really need to have some sort of reaction to it, not just from people on the street and people that are living it, but from leadership.
What about you, Jay?
I'm sure it helps getting some more attention towards the problem. I wish they would start going, from what I'm told, the guns just come right over the state lines from gun shows, and it's just really easy, and it would seem like that shouldn't be that hard to shut down. I don't understand why more is not being done about that.
You know, the other part of her visit here, of course, was to help the mayor raise money, and the mayor's trying to raise $50 million for after-school programs. In that sense, Raymond, does her visit really make a difference?
Absolutely, I think so. No question about it. And I think that, well, my only hope is that some of the organizations who are really making change are sort of highlighted, and hopefully she brings that kind of attention to them, folks that are really making an impact. And I think with her making this a mission, which I think she probably is, I think it's fantastic.
Now, cynics may look at this and say, yeah, Michelle Obama came in and they're raising money for this very worthy cause, but in some ways this may also be a way to deflect attention away from Rahm Emanuel and a very unflattering issue for his administration and his city. And others say she should have come sooner. Your thoughts on this, Jay?
First of all, if it's doing good, what's the difference whether it helps, the mayor or not? It clearly is doing some good, and they've got a lot of issues to deal with in the country. I don't know that I can look at that and go, gee, she should have been here a year ago. I mean, this has been going on for years. So she's here now. She's putting a lot into it, and it seems to be working. And clearly it's a good idea to try to get these kids before they join gangs to not join a gang in the first place. So it sounds like it's a good idea.
Rebeccah?
Yeah, what I think is really interesting is that this is a real effort to have something for kids to do. When we talk to kids in a lot of the communities that we work with, they talk about feeling isolated in their communities, and they also talk about this stronger police presence and feeling like they're thought of before they're criminals almost as criminals. So to take a different sort of way to approach this problem and think about prevention and giving opportunity instead of just policing, I think that's a really novel and important thing for us to do for
Raymond,
kids.
what about the mayor going after you're a business person.
Sure.
The mayor here is targeting the business community and saying, you have to pony up some real dollars here. Is that the right way to go about it?
I think so. I think because I think there's that civic duty or that social duty that as a business owner, I tend to think that, we should take that on to the extent that we can. And if the mayor is willing to support us in that effort, I think it's a worthwhile thing to do.
I think they're going after large corporations that are doing just fine now. So I don't think the money needs to come from somewhere. And the large organizations, the big companies are making money from the population that's having problems, just like everywhere else. And they're willing to give it. And frankly, it all works in the system. It's good PR for them. Everybody wins.
And is it a better way, Rebeccah, than raising another tax?
Well, I think so, and I think that in the long run, this is potentially an issue for business in Chicago. If Chicago becomes a symbol for an unsafe sort of United States, if it's a city that's known for violence, business owners are going to want to turn that tide.
Raymond Lambert, Rebeccah Sanders, Jay Goltz, thank you so much for joining us. Good night.